What is going on YouTube? My name is BluePaw. Welcome back to Pokémon Showdown against Damine Machine. Remember, if you want a chance to be featured on one of these videos, be sure to follow me on Twitter down below and also give me a heads up in the YouTube comments. Before we get into the battle, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe down below so you never miss a Pokemon video coming your way. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any team suggestions you'd like to see me use in future videos. I'd love to use anything you guys would suggest. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the battle. So, looking at my opponent's team, he might possibly have the coolest team I've ever seen in OU. He's got the grinning Gengar, he's got that awesome Machamp with 4 hands, and he's got the almighty Golem. Not to mention a potential hazard setter in the Skarmory, which I predict is his most likely lead. I decided to lead off with my Dumbo just to get rocks up, as he, as predicted, does lead off with his Skarmory, and we just trade rocks on turn 1, which is all good. He then goes very aggressively in for a Brave Bird, as I just decide to roll this Skarmory out. So more stuff can take stealth rock damage and I can break loads of sashes, so it's all good. This Dumbo putting in work. I then go into introvert my physical wall, as this Tauros can't do anything really to it, and it turns out he misses a Zen headbutt, so he's just so freaked out he just misses, he headbutts something different. He then switches into Gengar as I go for a sleep powder, all good for me, and then I decide to just drop a knockoff on this thing, as I thought it would do more damage than the Giga Drain. Then seeing that it didn't knock him out, I prayed that he wouldn't wake up and drop a Sludge Bomb on me, and thankfully he doesn't, and I can just knock this thing out with the Giga Drain. So it's all good in the hood. Introvert, despite being scared of people, is draining them of all life. He then brings in Skarmory, and look at that bulk, a super effective Brave Bird. It doesn't even scratch me. Unfortunately I missed my Leech Seed, and Skarmory is able to get more leftovers back. He then drops a Toxic on my physical wall, which is pretty damn annoying, but I drop a Leech Seed, just because I was adamant that I was getting a Leech Seed on this physical wall. I then switch out so the Toxic doesn't rack up too much, and switch to Derptastic, also very physically defensive. It eases up pretty nicely too. This Skarmory is not very offensive, so I can just switch into pretty much wherever I want, just not the Infernape. He then drops the Toxic on my second wall, which does suck, but it's better than, you know, having Tangrowth take all that damage. I'd rather Derptastic take 1 round of Toxic. He then brings in Golem, which is a very questionable play. He thought maybe Double Edge would take me out, but no, Golem just drops. that Fat Rock just not having any of this. You don't get no Limelight, Golem. And then brings back out Tauros, and now this thing does scare me, but I decide I can let my Slowbro go down at this point. It's done what it needs to do. And he takes me out with a Wild Charge. I then thought he might be choice in some fashion and thought to test it with Dumbo. It turns out he's not and drops a Stone Edge on me, but it still doesn't do much. Seeing that he misplayed, he then decides to go for his Zen Headbutt, but it's still not doing much to me. He's just praying for flinches at this point, but nope, this elephant does not flinch, and I drop an Earthquake on this Tauros. He then brings out his own Slowbro, his Mega Pool, and I go for a knockoff to scout what item he's holding. When I see there's no item come off, I can see that he's a Mega Slowbro, which is scary and good at the same time. He then decides to Mega Evolve, but U-turn, nope, Choice Band Scissor, get out of here Slowbro, you're not having none of this U-turn. I then go into Doc Mufasa because I can outspeed and U-turn off anything. Then decides seeing he's got Machamp, I can just close combat this and come in with Gyarados and intimidate it and then go for a Waterfall after, as I know I outspeed a Machamp. And that's why you're in UU, Machamp. So Machamp wins the UU war against my Infernape, but then I bring in my OU Hakuna and decide just for show to Mega Evolve. Just also to make sure I outspeed and have enough attack to take this Machamp out. I didn't want to risk anything. So that was a very quick battle. I demolished this guy 3-0, but a fun one nonetheless. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to crush that like button down below. I really appreciate your support. And also for everything BluePaw, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter to never miss any updates about me. Have a great day. Peace.